The shrill sound of teenage laughter pierced through the bustling mall arcade. Loud, mocking and cruel. A boy no older than 16 sat silently in a wheelchair near the claw machine, his hands gripping the wheels as if trying to anchor himself. His name was Adam, and he had heard this kind of laughter before. But today, something about it cut deeper. 3 high school jocks loomed near him, their Letterman jackets and oversized egos broadcasting their identity louder than any words. One of them held up a phone, already recording. "Come on, bro," the tallest one sneered, nudging his friend. "Let's see if he can do the limbo. You think the chair fits under the bar?" They burst out laughing, the sound ricocheting off the glass and metal arcade walls. A few onlookers glanced over but quickly turned away. Nobody wanted to get involved. Adam stared at the floor, wishing for it to open up and swallow him whole. His legs hadn't worked since the accident last year, and adjusting to the chair had been hard enough without this kind of humiliation. His mother was at a nearby shop, leaving him here for 10 minutes so he could enjoy himself. 10 minutes. That was all it had taken for the cruelty to find him. He blinked back tears. He wasn't going to cry. Not here. Not in front of them. "What's the matter?" the second boy mocked, shoving a prize ticket in Adam's face. "Can't reach this either." Laughter again. The camera kept rolling, but then everything changed. A deep, unmistakable voice cut through the noise like a blade. "Is that funny to you?" The laughter froze. The tallest jock turned around, and froze. Standing just a few feet behind them, dressed in a simple black tee and jeans, was Jason Statham. No security, no entourage, just him. Sharp-eyed, silent, radiating quiet power. Even standing still, he looked like he could flip a truck with one hand. For a moment, none of the bullies moved. The boy with the phone quickly lowered it, trying to act casual. But the damage was done. Jason's eyes didn't leave them. He walked over slowly, not rushed, not dramatic. Just a man with a purpose. Adam looked up, confused at first, then stunned. He recognized the face. Everyone did. Jason turned to Adam first and knelt beside him. "You alright, mate?" Adam nodded slowly, but his voice caught in his throat. "Yeah. I mean, I will be." Jason turned back to the boys, his expression unreadable. "So let me get this straight. You film yourselves mocking a kid in a wheelchair for laughs? For views?" The tallest boy opened his mouth. "We were just joking." "No," Jason said, calm but firm, his voice lowering just enough to feel like thunder in a bottle. "A joke is when everyone's laughing." Was he laughing? The bully stood silent, shifting uneasily. Jason took a breath, then leaned in just slightly. "One day, you'll grow up and realize how empty this moment made you. You'll remember the look on his face, not because it was funny, but because you'll hate the version of yourself that thought it was." Silence. That single sentence cut through their bravado like a scalpel. There was no threat, no need for shouting, just truth. Sharp, devastating truth. The boy with the phone looked down, swallowed hard, and hit delete. "We're sorry," he mumbled. They all mumbled it. But Jason didn't respond. He simply turned back to Adam. "You're stronger than you know," he said. "They'll never understand what it takes to wake up every day and keep going like you do." Adam blinked. Something inside him shifted. His chest felt warmer, less alone. He nodded, and Jason gave him a nod back. Then Jason stood and walked away, not needing applause or attention. Just doing what was right, then vanishing into the crowd like smoke. Adam watched him go, then looked around. A few kids nearby had seen everything, and now, they looked at Adam differently. With respect. One even walked up and offered him a fist bump, no words, just solidarity. By the time Adam's mom returned, the bullies were long gone, and her son was smiling again. Maybe not a big smile, but something real. She noticed right away. "You okay?" she asked. He nodded. "Yeah. Jason Statham was here." She laughed. "Sure he was." "No, seriously." He looked up at her with shining eyes. "He helped me." The rest of the day went on as normal, but Adam felt something inside him change. For the first time in a long while, he felt seen. Not as a wheelchair kid, but as someone worth standing up for. And that made him want to be even stronger. As for the bullies, they didn't just delete the video. They left the arcade without saying another word. Something about that one sentence had stuck in their minds, repeating over and over. For once, they weren't afraid of getting hit. They were afraid of being remembered as villains in someone else's story. And that's the thing about heroes. They don't always fight with fists. Sometimes, all it takes is one sentence to destroy cruelty, rebuild dignity, and remind the world what it means to be decent. Jason never posted about the encounter. He didn't need to. He did what he always does. Showed up, stood tall, and reminded everyone what real strength looks like. And for a boy in a wheelchair who'd nearly given up on kindness, that one moment became something he'd carry for the rest of his life. Not just because a celebrity stood up for him, but because someone saw his worth, and helped him see it too. Sometimes, that's all it takes to change everything.